For the next 20 years, the US and allies enforced democratic ideals, built up Afghan security forces, and provided operational air cover. The Taliban continued to attack. Now, eventually, under President Trump, the US promised to pull out if Taliban agreed to stop attacks and hosting terrorist groups. Today, the Taliban militants have declared Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan and overrun most of the country at lightning speed with little or no resistance from the 300,000 US trained and heavily equipped Afghan forces. US general could not believe an army could crumble at that rate.
I did not, nor did anyone else, see a collapse of an army that size in 11 days. There'll be many postmortems on this topic, but right now is not that time.
It is believed the Afghan soldiers, though diehards, had unquenchable allegiance to jihadist ideologies practiced by Taliban. There were Afghan soldiers by day, Taliban at heart, and Taliban at night. A situation some suggest currently exists in Nigeria too. So Afghanistan was simply handed over to the mullahs to govern based on their shared jihadist ideological leaning. The south and middle belt of Nigeria should wake up with urgency. The Afghan situation is cooking fast in Nigeria today. Afghanistan is number 1 on global terrorist list. Nigeria is number 3.
Well, first of all, I'm just mind blown to be able to speak to Biafrans directly, and I can't wait to meet you directly. Face to face, to touch, to hug, to shake your hand for being brave. But I have to say that my motivation simply comes from the fact that the world doesn't talk about it, but almost every day, people are murdered in Biafra. Whether in the hands of Boko Haram or radical Fulanis and more. How can I be silent? Tell me, how can I be silent when I know that every day human beings are being murdered in Biafra? This is unthinkable. And it's for me, it's simple because I treat the Igbos like my brothers, sisters, mothers, and fathers. So I cannot be silent when my family is hurt. In the same way, I cannot be silent when Biafra is bleeding. That's very simple for me. So I have to say that yes, we are family. And yes, when Biafra is suffering, I will speak up. I see that no one is doing that. I see that, when lives are lost in Africa, no one is talking about it. How come? This is shameful. Well, first of all, I'm just mind blown to be able to speak to Biafrans directly, and I can't wait to meet you directly. Face to face, to touch, to hug, to shake your hand for being brave. But I have to say that my motivation simply comes from the fact that the world doesn't talk about it, but almost every day, people are murdered in Biafra. Whether in the hands of Boko Haram or radical Fulanis and more. How can I be silent? Tell me, how can I be silent when I know that every day human beings are being murdered in Biafra? This is unthinkable. And it's for me, it's simple because I treat the Igbos like my brothers, sisters, mothers, and fathers. So I cannot be silent when my family is hurt. In the same way, I cannot be silent when Biafra is bleeding. That's very simple.
God began to speak to me about Biafra, and I'm worried. I stopped somewhere last month, and I'm going to throw a little light on another one. And I pray that the authority concerned should listen to me. And it's a statement. Dialogue now, so that you should not be knocking the door for dialogue and there's no dialogue. That's what God told me. I keep saying it. I said there is a spirit in this young man. It is bigger than what physical eye can see. I'm not an Igbo man, I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm speaking as a prophet. I said, what I see in this young man is bigger than him. You see, the man, the small boy that they call him, what is inside him is bigger. It's not just an ideology, it's bigger. I said, I see an animal. Which animal did I told you last time? Huh? I said what? A what? A what? A small puppy. And I say, I see a small puppy going forward. All of a sudden, I saw so many strange wild animals, lion, bear, great animals around the puppy. Then I saw the puppy look back and saw that the animals around him are so many. Suddenly the puppy, what I saw last month is different from what I'm seeing now. The puppy is developing some futures of wild animals. This prophetic word is not to the negative. It's very important. Take the Biafra agitation serious. Dialogue now. Because I see a time, doors are knocked, calls are made. People who are heady are saying we have come down, but these people are not willing to dialogue again. Please, redeeming the time, for the days are evil. Dialogue now. Dialogue now. I repeat it again. I'm not an evil man, but I'm telling you what I'm shown in the spirit. What? I'm seeing great people, important people in this nation coming together and saying, now, okay, we want to sit on the table. Let us talk. But the people you want to talk with are saying, it's too late. Please, dialogue now. The days ahead are evil. Dialogue now. This is not a cry of a baby. It's a cry of an adult. I repeat it again. Dialogue now. Please. Every authority. There come a time when a revolution is about to take place. The power of gun, bombs, and bullets cannot hold an ideology. Please, dialogue now. This is not the time of, I have bullet, I have gun, I have bomb. This has nothing to do with bullet and bomb. If you know what I'm seeing in the realm of the spirit, everyone in federal authority should take the Biafra agitation serious. If you are once a founding father of this nation, sit down around the table and listen to your children. Dialogue now. This is not the time to arrest anybody. It's the time to hear the cry of the people. Dialogue now. Because it's going to be the last resultant solution at the end. But when you are asking, when the king comes down from his throne and he's saying, I'm ready to talk, and everybody is throwing stone at you, then you will know that it is important to dialogue with honor and prestige and go out and there is peace in the land.
And when we are saying we want to be free, it is not only Biafra that is going to be free this year. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces. And we, the Biafra people, are going to make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a hidden thing. It is going to happen this year. Those of you who are planning to have election in 2023, which is next month, you are going to fail. We will disappoint you and you will disappoint yourself.
Nigeria, on a daily basis, witness the impunity which is so-called Fulani herdsmen extremists who share an ethnic and religious identity with President Buhari and the Fulani elite, which now dominates all key institutions in Nigeria.
To open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, and most notably targeting the indigenous people of Biafra.
Clear that now we've put the Biafran issue on the radar screen of the government, of the Biden administration, of Congress.
Ongoing and wide-scale systematic killing of the civilian population, and again, specifically targeting the IPOB.
Of weapons being used against Biafrans, but affirmatively supporting an effort to have an independence referendum organized and conducted by the United Nations, as we've done in South
They
Sudan.
formally open an investigation and look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being committed by the Nigerian government and extremist Fulanis against the indigenous people of Biafra.
There's been enough of an experience since 1960 to suggest there simply is not a way, given the history of division between the Fulani and the Biafrans, to think that they can coexist under a single sovereign roof.
The Nigeria Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Tuesday summoned the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Lena Filbaninian, over Simon Ekpa's latest remarks to obstruct the 2023 general election in southeast Nigeria. The ministry, who spoke through its representative, Zubairu Dada, called on the Finnish ambassador to stop Ekpa from inciting violence in Nigeria from Finland with regards to the upcoming general elections. In the statement, which read in part, Dada said, "We have had some time to ensure that we arrest the situation, but it appears the situation is getting out of hand, and we are saying enough is enough. We should let you know, in very strong terms, that it is high time you really back Nigeria with the quest that something is done immediately because it threatens the forthcoming elections." Zubairu Dada further stated that the threat that Simon Ekpa posed toward the upcoming election is very high due to the large number of supporters he commands in Nigeria. This, in essence, is why we thought it was important for us to have the discussion with you so as to let you know our concerns and the displeasure of the governments of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria on this very unhealthy development. While alluding to the fears and concern raised by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria against activities of Simon Ekpa, the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria said, "This is an issue we have been discussing. We share the concerns, we have discussed the matter, and as I mentioned, our law enforcement agencies are in touch and are cooperating. Also, is a double citizen as far as I know of Nigeria and Finland, and is therefore, as you rightly said, protected and safe and sound in his home in Finland. But we have to take his rights into consideration as well. So everything has to obviously be done according to Finnish legislation, which has very strong protections for freedom of speech."
Fellow Nigerian, in search of excellence for Africa, my mission remains to create awareness, advance practical solutions, and transform mindsets via case studies. Together, let's midwife deliverance for our race, country, and continent. Please share this video. I am Dr. Israel Noyaram Davidson. Thank you. In 2001, US-led forces overthrew a Taliban-led Afghan government following the 9/11 attacks led by the Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. For the next 20 years, the US and allies enforced democratic ideals, built up Afghan security forces, and provided operational air cover. The Taliban continued to attack. Now, eventually, under President Trump, the US promised to pull out if Taliban agreed to stop attacks and hosting terrorist groups. Today, the Taliban militants have declared Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan and overrun most of the country at lightning speed with little or no resistance from the 300,000 US trained and heavily equipped Afghan forces. US general could not believe an army could crumble at that rate.
I did not, nor did anyone else, see a collapse of an army that size in 11 days. There'll be many postmortems on this topic, but right now is not that time.
It is believed the Afghan soldiers, though diehards, had unquenchable allegiance to jihadist ideologies practiced by Taliban. They were Afghan soldiers by day, Taliban at heart, and Taliban at night. A situation some suggest currently exists in Nigeria too. So Afghanistan was simply handed over to the mullahs to govern based on their shared jihadist ideological leaning. The south and middle belt of Nigeria should wake up with urgency. The Afghan situation is cooking fast in Nigeria today. Afghanistan is number 1 on global terrorist list. Nigeria is number 3, second to Iran.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. You're welcome this evening. You're welcome. Waving the flag of freedom. This has become a custom, has become a culture, and we're going to be doing going forward. Waving the flag of freedom. Welcome this evening. What we are doing this evening is to expose Nigeria to the world. We want to expose Nigeria to the world. We want to expose the government of Nigeria. We want to expose the political leaders, the criminals, corrupt political leaders who sponsor insecurity in Biafra land. And when this insecurity is in Biafra land, they blackmail us and say it is Biafra agitators that are causing the insecurity. So today's program is to expose to the world fact and figures, analysis, how the Nigeria state sponsor insecurity in the southeast, which is the Biafra, in order to blackmail Biafra people. And so this is going to be official response from the office of the spokesperson for Biafra, which is me, myself, to any media anywhere in the world that will be accusing Biafra people of being the, masterminding the insecurity in Biafra land. It is being orchestrated by the government, and it is only against Biafra and to discredit what we are doing. Biafra people will continue to make sure that we protect our civilians, protect our women and our children. The people we have problem with are those who have come to kill us and have been killing us for ages and many years, and we have nothing to defend ourselves. Today, we are defending ourselves against the Nigeria state. And that's what is going on. So this evening, I welcome you to this particular program. Share this video. It is going to be very brief. I will spend like maybe 1 hour in this analysis, and then we'll call it a day. So, but if you are watching through the Twitter or any other channel, I will ask you to come follow the link on my Twitter page and come here and watch through the Enter Biafra, because we are building to make sure you get yourself acquainted to how this system and the website work. So this is our own custom broadcasting channel where you watch our program. So if you are watching from any other media, we also ask you that you come and join us here on Enter Biafra Channel 1 using the links that are available on Facebook. The links are available on Enter Biafra Facebook page. The links are available on my Twitter page. Click on it, it will take you directly to this page. You can wish and choose to register or sign in through a different social media platform, or you just register to Enter Biafra so you can now interact with other people using the app or using the website. So those of you watching from Twitter, we are going to cut you off. Just come and join us here. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. I welcome you, Biafra people, to this wonderful day again for Biafra Liberation Broadcast. A lot of progress is being made. A lot of progress. Today, Finland media is talking about Biafra. The end point is at the end of the day for information to go across the world, for people to know the truth, what is going on, and the need to intervene in Nigeria. We want to have a more democratic, a more accepted democratic process. We want to have the right to govern ourselves. We want to have the right to decide for ourselves. We want to have a country that will respect the rule of law. We want to have a country where human dignity will be respected. And of course, I will continue to make sure that the Finland government will have the information, authentic information that is needed. Finland have a very big role to play in this Biafra issue. They have a role, they have a duty to do something to make sure that lives of Biafra people are saved. So when they are calling Finland government from Nigeria, we Biafra people, we are also, from now, we are calling the Finland government So not just look at what the media are saying, but let them look into the problem of Nigeria and how to solve it. It is time to discuss it, and it is time to solve it. Solving the problem of Nigeria will also affect Europe positively. It will accept the West. It will affect the West positively. And I had an interview with the Arise News today, and I hope that that interview is out, so Biafra people will go and watch it. And this evening, in the next 5 minutes, in Finland, the issue of Biafra will appear on the national TV in a more detailed report about my role in the Biafra liberation movement. It's going to come to the Finnish media, in the next 5 minutes. In the next 5 minutes, it is going to hit the media in Finland. So people of Finland will know the truth. They are going to know the truth, and we will make sure that not only Finland will know the truth, that other parts of the world are going to know the truth going forward. And I want to also explain that when they say, because some of them are saying, oh, like the Nigeria people and their journalists, oh, you want to stop a democratic process in Nigeria. We do not want to stop a democratic process. We want to end impunity. Nigeria do not have a democratic process. Okay? What is the democratic? What is democratic in Nigeria? Nothing. You go to vote and court will give another person a victory. Is that democratic? Nothing is democratic about Nigeria. And the only thing the Biafra people have decided now, this year, which I'm the spokesperson, is that we will not validate such impunity again. And the world should also understand our own problem, that we have a problem with Nigeria, and it did not start from Simon Ekpa. It started over 60 years ago. And we are only trying to solve that problem once and for all. Because if you overlook it, it will still be there. And it will get worse than what it is today. So what we are saying is that if anybody tells you that Simon Ekpa wants to stop a democratic process, tell them no. That actually what we are demanding now is more democratic than this election itself. What we are demanding now is the right for referendum, that the only political democratic process we are going to allow is the referendum, where people can now participate in deciding their future. That is what we call true democracy. True democracy is not you deploy 400,000 policemen to come and start fighting war in Biafra land, and then you say you want to conduct free and fair election. No, we have had enough. So I am also appealing to government of Finland, appealing to other governments of the world, because with what has happened in a few days now, Biafra is being discussed everywhere. I can assure you. Biafra is being discussed everywhere, all over the world. Every powerful media in the world have contacted Finland. I'm telling you the fact. Every powerful media in the world they all have contacted Finland. So everybody is talking about Biafra, and it is time to discuss with facts and figures. So the reason why I have come this evening is because they are all watching me now. Everybody wants to watch what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. So I am setting this record very straight. The only accepted democratic process, or the only democratic process that the Biafra people will validate and accept, is referendum. We do not know how you want to do it, because they claim it is not in Nigerian constitution, but we understand that ECOWAS court have a case pending about the referendum. So the political, whatever process, democratic process of voting must be suspended. That is the decision of the Biafra people. Nigeria must suspend anything election in Biafra land until we have the referendum, and Biafra people can decide whether they want to be part of this terrorist country or not. That is what we call a true democratic process. So for now, we are not going to validate it, and this thing we have decided is final. Like we have said, if you want to kill every Biafra, come. We are going to also pick up our arms and defend ourselves. We can't just watch you and kill us again. You have done it for a very long time, and it is no longer business as usual. So if anybody is telling you Simon Ekpa is stopping the democratic process, respond to them like this. And I want to now start the exposition of how they are sponsoring insecurity in Biafra land, and they want to, blame Biafra people. I want you to watch this. A moment. All right, here we go. I want everyone to pay attention to what we're going to do. First of all, the video analysis I want to do today is the analysis of a man called Ikenga Imo. Ikenga Imo's house was attacked. Everything in the house were burnt. All political campaign cars were burnt to ashes. After the burning of Ikenga house, I came online to my Twitter and I condemn it. And of course, when this thing happened, do you know what the Nigeria state, do you know what the Nigeria state say? They say, oh, it is the Biafra people because you say there is no election. Even if we say there is no election, is Ikenga Imo's house conducting election? Is Ikenga Imo's cars that were parked conducting election? No. So why should Biafra people go and disturb him when there is nothing going on? Even if something is going on. Now, after the attack on Ikenga Imo's house, they target Biafra. Some people say unknown gunmen. So you are going to know who are the real unknown gunmen today, because they are no longer unknown. And this is the issue we have been hammering on. But Nigerian media continue to blackmail Biafrans, carrying propaganda, yet upon all the evidences that is coming out, that all the people killing our people during our sit-at home have been sent by the Nigerian government. The evidence is here before us. I want you to watch the scene of the atrocity of this Nigeria government.
As you can see, this was what hoodlums who just attacked the residents of Ikenga Imo, Virginia. The PDP presidential.
Today, you see that they are not hoodlums. I am calling attention of so many government officials, so many journalists that are watching me now, because I know many journalists are watching me as I'm talking to you. So I'm calling the attention of many journalists, many international reporters, many government officials to what is going on ground. This is the real fact. Now, the video you are seeing where the car is burning is when nobody knows who they are. It is always Biafra agitators. It is always, unknown government. Today we have known who are these unknown government.
PDP has a fresh candidates for that north and south. As you can see, all the vehicles of Ikenga Imo Virginia has been vandalized by these hoodlums.
It was calling them hoodlums, but the truth is that there were no hoodlums. There were security agents sent by Imo State governor. There were security agent police serving policemen in Nigeria police. And they were identified, through this CCTV camera. They identified their faces. And one of them is a well-known police officer. So, but without the CCTV camera now, some people will put it on the head of those Biafrans that are saying no election. You understand the point? And this is exactly what has been going on. If it is sit at home, they will also say it is Biafra people. But when we call sit at home, it is paining Nigeria. And what they do is to go out and kill our people, and they say, oh, we are enforcing it. That's why we have always said, once we call sit at home so that the Nigeria will not happen to you. I want everybody to watch this.
It's actually quite unfortunate that we lost some colleagues.
Did you hear that? They lost some police. And who are these people that killed the policemen? Another police serving in Imo State. How can you reconcile that? How do you want to be in a country like this? A policeman coming to a politician's house to burn his properties, to kill him, and then in the process, they killed fellow policemen, and they thought nobody can identify them. They didn't know that there is a security camera, and they thought they have actually gone free. I want you to understand that this is exactly what is happening every day in Biafra land. Just like you see where they share fake letter from the Prime Minister of Finland. If Finland did not react, if the letter is not like a letter that have gone viral, some people, even now, even though Finland have addressed that letter, there are still some people within Nigeria that are still celebrating that letter. Even now, as I'm talking to you now, there are people that have not even received the clarification or that, they have the information that the letter is fake. I am telling you, and it is going to take a while before everybody who have come across that letter will actually know that it is a fake letter. This is exactly how the propaganda works in Nigeria. But God will always expose them, and we are going to use these videos like this to expose them to the world. So when you look at them, you will feel that Biafra people have come to destroy political party properties or to destroy somebody who is running for office. We are not forcing anybody. This is a choice. This is a choice that the Biafra people have made. They have made this choice to boycott and not allow Nigeria to conduct election in Biafra land. It is everybody is happy doing it. And look at Nigeria street today. People are protesting, burning banks, burning everywhere. And Biafra people do not want to continue like that again. So now I want you to listen, because when you watch this video during that time, you will never ever believe that it was actually policemen, Nigeria security agent, that can cause this havoc.
In this fight, but to the glory of God, I was able to survive. Please, we're actually inviting the international community to please come to the rescue of Ikengi Mogochinyere. As it stands now, we don't know his whereabouts. As it stands now, as we can see, billions of naira, as you can see the.
So you have now just, you can now see that policemen were killed in this attack. Policemen, nobody, who is talking for them? Who is talking for those policemen? Nobody. They are gone. Once you die for Nigeria, your life is gone. Nobody talks for you again. Not even the people you are protecting. Okay? Policemen were killed by fellow policemen serving and collecting salary, from Nigeria state.
Buildings are gradually going down. Please, why this 14th January again this year?
This is 14th January. Last month, it happened. Just a month ago. 14th January, 2023.
It's also quite unfortunate. Please, I actually call on the international community to come on the rescue of Ikenga Mogochinyere. This young man has done absolutely nothing.
Are you seeing what Nigeria security did?
Oh yeah, Ungo.
He was asking whether the person have died, which means somebody is lying lifelessly there.
It's quite unfortunate. We lost this young man. Discuss.
Look at it. The person has been killed. The people that killed this man are the security agents of Nigeria, not Onongo men, not Biafrans. These are the criminals that the Nigerian state are sponsoring to create insecurity in the southeast Biafra land. And this is now what you are watching. They killed this one. And the other video under myself are the security agents, the CCTV camera footage of how they are carried this attack.
Rest in peace.
This is the reason Biafra must not allow any kind of election in Biafra land coming this particular February election, because we don't want to validate a system like this. We do not want to go into election where you are going to be electing governors and people that will bring police and military disguising as criminals and hoodlums and unknown government to commit this kind of crime against humanity. We will not validate it again. And this is just one of it. I am using this video because there is evidence of video. Many killings like this in Biafra land, there is no evidence of video. So they will come and report whatever they want. Sahara report, like they have reported the letter of the Finland Prime Minister. Most of the Nigerian media reported it, and they don't care. So anything that comes to them, they just report it to blackmail Biafra, to blackmail Simon Ekpa.
What is happening?
This boss in there, the kill one, yeah. Okay, Meka. This boss in there, please, never about cookie kill one, yeah. This boss in there, never about kill one, yeah. I will get push with the car never.
What are they? What you are watching atrocity against Biafra. Now you have just watched that. We are going to now bring to you those people they say they are hoodlums. They were not hoodlums. They were police, Nigeria agent, Nigeria security agent. Look at them.
The coalition of political parties has released video evidence of alleged perpetrators behind the attack on the residence of its spokesperson, Ikenga Ugochinyere, in Okokwa, Idato North local government area of Imo State. The co-spokesperson for the coalition, Mark Adebayo, stated this on Thursday in a press conference in Abuja.
They first took out all the CCTV cameras they could see in the compound. They were armed to the teeth with guns, machetes, and charms.
They took away all the CCTV cameras. They thought, they have taken away all of them, because that's what they do. But God catch them. God catch them.
Ifeble had information that the Ikenga was around when they struck. When they could not find him, they terrorized the occupants.
By the way, my fellow Biafrans, this is how Biafra was being discussed just a few minutes ago in Finland national TV. And so the awareness of Biafra is going internationally, globally, and the world must come to our rescue. That's what we are fighting for now. Our fight is a genuine fight, and we are winning, and we are going to get our freedom this year. We can't continue to validate Nigeria that kills our people, and commits crimes against humanity. This is how it was reported, and I will post a link where you can go and watch and listen to how Biafra is now making global news. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Our fight is a genuine fight. We must do everything to make sure that we get our independence after 60 years of war. The Biafra war never ended. Today, it is making headway and a very big wave in Europe. And this is the beginning. I told you people that from this month, you will know that indeed the God of Israel, the God of the Israelites, is the same God of Biafra. And the world have heard our cry. All your tears, all the blood that Nigeria have shed in Biafra land, the world have heard our cry. And it is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. God will make sure that he touches the heart of every leader around the world to know that the fight for Biafra is not just fight for Biafra people alone. It is a global fight to make sure that Nigeria do not continue to metamorphose into Afghanistan for another Islamic state. No, we cannot allow that. So we are making headway and we are winning this war. The war has entered international media and we are winning. Now let us continue to expose Nigeria state, how they are creating the insecurity and blaming Biafra people.
In his house, robbed them, destroyed property, and planted incriminating items in the house. We will show you the evidence. Gentlemen, the part of this third attack that shocked us and made our hearts bleed is that some of the attackers have been identified. You see
some of the attackers have been identified. Did you hear that? Some of the attackers have been identified. Now, the attackers have been identified, and this is not the only atrocities they have committed. It is just because the camera caught them this time. Okay? Those people going to kill women when we order sit at home, they are the same people. They are the same people sending them. So it is just because the camera caught them this time around. And I want you people to understand that they say they identified one. Nobody has done anything about the one they identified. Nobody has done anything. Nobody has issued a statement apart from this statement they are issuing here. No political elite anywhere in Nigeria has said those who went to this man's house to burn his house and try to assassinate him must be brought to book. No. Even when the person has been identified as a policeman.
And sadly, serving police officers in the Imo State Police Command.
You hear that? A serving police officer in Imo State Police Command. That is what they say.
One officer from the Police Force Intelligence and Investigation Bureau, FIB, members of the notorious and bloodthirsty Ebubeagu network of the...
Are you hearing it? Ebubeagu network, the same people that we, the Biafra people, have been accusing, even leading to one court in Ebonyi State to disband them. The same people that came here. All of them were identified. Ask yourself a question. What is wrong with you? So we are telling the world, if you are looking for those insecurity, those causing the insecurity in Biafra land, this is them. They are Nigeria agents, Nigeria police, Nigeria army.
Imo State government and other unidentified government.
They say unidentified government. They are not they are identified government. Look at them.
So you can see that as they are moving in, you can see that one of them has been identified in that arrow that you saw. And some of the noticeable, look at them, people have run and they are taking their properties. They are stealing what is left of whatever those who have run for their lives have left behind. Imagine. If you look at, I started by saying that the thief cometh not, but for to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And you see what they are doing.
Are you seeing that?
After
He's just gonna machete. Look, now he macheted the water tank. This is where he used knife. He used the knife to machete the water tank, and now the water is leaking. This is what security agents are doing in Biafra land. These are the people who were paid to protect Biafra people, to protect the people in the southeast of Nigeria. But what are they being used for? They are being used to assassinate fellow Biafrans, fellow Igbo people, fellow Southeasterners. They use them to do political assassination. Look at the kind of havoc they caused in that place. Will you ever believe that security agents will go as far as causing this kind of havoc in somebody's apartment? The answer is no. But this is just a small one. So I am explaining this thing now to international community that are watching me, because I'm aware that a lot of you are watching me, so that you know where the problem of Nigeria is coming from. You have to look beyond Biafra. You have to look beyond Eastern Security Network. This is the reason why we are arming ourselves. This is the reason why we have arms. So if we know that they have come here to attack this man, our security will come and engage them. That's how we do it. But because we do not have the intel that they are coming, if we know that they are coming, we are going to dispatch our Biafra Liberation Army to go and protect this man and protect his family. And they are going to engage in gun duel. That is how we do it. Because the people we are fighting against the Nigeria state. That's why I said we are going to carry arms against them tomorrow, next tomorrow, until Biafra come. Because if you do not carry arms against them, they kill you. They assassinate you, and nobody talks. If this man happened to be in his house, by now, he will not be alive to tell the story. They will kill him. So this is the reason why we have to pick up arms. Now, if this man who have done nothing can be attacked, think about those fighting for Biafra. Think about those who want to separate from Nigeria, what they do to them. They will just come and put explosive in the house and everybody dies. It is happening everywhere. So I want international community to pay attention that this is evidence, fact. So we are lucky to have this video, because if you don't have it, you can never believe that there were the people that came and attacked this man and want to kill him were security agencies.
These guys are not letting off. They're not cooling down. So from the Imo government state house, that policeman you are seeing there, they're still moving around.
Look at them, searching for something to steal.
They're still moving around, looking for who to kill. They're still moving around to plant incriminating evidence or items against Kenga, so that they can nail him later for terrorism charges.
You see that? And as they were doing this, they were also planting arms in the house, so that they will come later and say they have found arms in his house. Do you see the reason why we call them terrorists? Do you see the reason why we call the security agents in Nigeria terrorists? Do you see the reason why we are going to continue to arm ourselves to protect the life of our women and our children? If the wife of this man happened to be in this house, they will kidnap her. They will kidnap her. If the children were happy, if you have children, and the children will happen to be in that house, they're going to kidnap them. And then they will target unknown gunmen. And if there is no CCTV video evidence, the information will be sealed forever and ever. You can never identify the people. Today, they have been busted. But the sorry part of it is that nobody is talking. Nobody is talking. Nobody is talking.
Look at them. In the state where we have government,
all right.
In the state where we have law and order,
okay.
In the state where we have security, you can see his face.
Now, the question you should ask yourself is if the people that have power can lament like this, what about those who are nobody in Nigeria? What about those who do not have nothing? What about those who don't even have food to eat? If the people in power can actually lament, call press conference and be lamenting like this, What about you, an ordinary person? That is why we will fight for you until we get our freedom. So you cannot live in a country like this, a lawless country that fund criminals and fund terrorism. No.
You can see his face because it's a police officer. You can see his face, a police officer. They believe they have destroyed all the CCTV cameras, but they were just stupid by half.
You see, they believe they have destroyed all the CCTV cameras. So if somebody asks you, why are you stopping election in Biafra land? Tell them that we do not want to validate a system like this. Again, we have option to have a better system where this kind of impunity will not happen. So that is why we cannot validate them, because the people you are going to elect. I remember when the election that court brought to Hope Uzodinma was, people were lying on the line in the sun, struggling, killing themselves to vote. Today, look at what it has brought to you. Is that a democratic process?
Because the king guy is always outsmarting them. You can see them. You can see them. Daylight. They heard he was in the house and they came again. And they came again. But the people of India don't love the king guy so much.
Right.
Look at police. You can see. You can see police team squad. You can see AKS. Look at that.
Police team squad. They're analyzing it too.
In the CCTV video, some men with guns, machetes, and other dangerous weapons were sighted.
You see the Nigerian news media. Even when the faces of the people have been identified as policemen, the reporter is still saying some people with gun in the CCTV camera. Listen to her.
By half, because the king guy is always outsmarting them. You can see them. You can see them. Daylight. They heard he was in the house and they came again. And they came again. But the people of India don't love the king guy so much. Look at police. You can see. You can see police team squad. You can see.
You see, not only that they see the team squad, they recognize the face of the policeman. But still, this reporter say some people with gun can be seen. Instead of reconfirming what they have seen and have confirmed that is a policeman. Instead of this reporter to say if the policemen can be seen with gun moving around, the reporter said men with gun can be seen in the CCTV. How do you make a report like that? It's fake news. Fake news. To just mislead and defend the government. That's all. So that's why all the news media in Nigeria are fake.
AKS. Look at that. Look at that.
Even with evidence of, but let it be that there is no security camera and nobody know about them. You will see them reporting Biafra. Eastern Security Network is the one. Oh, the unknown government that nobody know is the one. But look, now they have evidence right in front of them. The woman is still saying some people with arms can be seen.
In the CCTV video, some men with guns, machetes, and
some men with gun. In this CCTV, some men with gun can be seen. Can you understand? Do you understand the impunity? Instead of the woman to say, in this CCTV camera, you can see the policemen, including the one that they claim that allegedly recognized. But she can't do it because she's in Nigeria. She will be killed by the same people. So she have to now say, even with the evidence, some men can be seen with gun and machete. What does that tell you? So I'm telling this thing to international community and media that are watching me today to see how the impunity that is in Nigeria. Everything you read on social media are lies. Lies.
And other dangerous weapons were sighted ransacking Ikenga's residence on the 7th of February 2023. According to a Debayo, the unknown gunmen terrorized the occupants and workers in the house when they discovered Ikenga's absence. In a SOS message, the national spokesperson of the Coalition of United Political Parties, Ikenga Imo Ugochinyere, has again raised the alarm as unknown gunmen invaded his residence at Okokwa Idato North Local Government Area of Imo State. This is coming barely 3 weeks after the first attack on his residence by armed men, which led to the deaths of 4 people, including his uncle. In addition, 32 campaign vehicles worth over ₦1 billion were destroyed. Adebayo also narrated that
we have been able to obtain sadly shows that the Commissioner of Police, Imo State Command, Mr. Mohammed Ahmed Barde, knows more about the attacks on the Kenga than he's telling the world. During the attack on the 14th January 2023, people who received the SOS sent out by Kenga reached out to the Commissioner of Police and he assured them he had already dispatched a team to the place. Sadly, the team dispatched must have missed their way because more than a month after, they are yet to arrive at his house.
the coalition has accused the Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma and the State Commissioner of Police of complicity in the attack. They also accused Ebubagu and one officer from the Intelligence Investigation Bureau. The CP of Imo State is also accused of colluding with the ruling party in the state in seizing voter education and campaign material belonging to Ikenga and the People's Democratic Party. They were also accused of arresting and torturing those with the materials for 6 days without charging them in court or releasing them. With the fear of a possible attack on his spokesperson, CUPP calls on the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, as a matter of urgency to investigate the attacks and fish out those behind them.
On the Kenga have been politically motivated. We insist that the attacks are because of his revelation of the Omuma magic, and we insist that the governor of Imo State, Obusodima, has questions to answer, criminal questions. Beyond the attacks on the Kenga's person, his supporters, allies, associates, and materials have also been targeted. They now move from house to house in the Diato and other parts of Imo, harassing any person identified to be an Ikenga supporter and arresting some of them.
Are you all hearing that?
Whether the Inspector General of Police likes it or not, they will do what they want on election day. In fact,
are you hearing it?
We have information that we verily believe in that Governor Hope Uzodinma has said that he will carry his chair on the 25th of February and sit in the Diato to see how Ikenga will survive. That after all his own election is in November.
They also call on local and foreign observers to pay attention to the elections in Idato, as there are hints of possible election-related violence threatened by the state governor.
The fact that governors have immunity does not guarantee them to be behaving with impunity. I think we have to make that very clear. It is on this note that we invite election observers, both domestic and foreign, to note the Idato Federal Constituency election as a flashpoint that must be covered, as there has been promise of bloodshed by the governor of Imo State on the people of that constituency. Particularly, we invite the European Union, United States Embassy, the British High Commission, Canadian Embassy, all other accredited observer groups to ensure that they deploy to Idiato and Idiato North and South local government areas on the 25th of February 2023. We also invite the National Security Advisor, Inspector General of Police, the Director General of the State Security Services, and indeed all heads of security agencies and the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security to note the Idiato as a flashpoint.
The Public Relations Officer of the State Command, ASP Henry Okoye, was contacted but could not be reached for comments.
Have you all seen it? Have you all seen it? Have you all seen it? That is exactly the reason we are exiting Nigeria. And somebody just forwarded to me the report from Finland TV. So I think I want to use this opportunity to bring it to Biafran people to see what is going on here.
Mutta kapinallisliike yrittää estää vaalit ainakin Kaakkois-Nigeriassa. Sinne separatistiryhmä haluaa itsenäisen valtion Biafran ja kaikki keinot ovat sallittuja. Pidätkö väkivaltaa Nigerian hallintoa vastaan? Joo, totta kai. Se on puolustus. Se on itse puolustus. Joo, tällä hetkellä minä muistin johtaa niitä aseellistelyryhmiä. Meillä oli pakko järjestää tämmöistä puolustusjoukkue. Ja se puolustusjoukko on tehnyt hyvää tuota ja edelleen tekee. Miksi puolustusjoukot tällä hetkellä eniten tarvitsisi sieltä alueella? No, totta kai me tarvitsee aseita. Se on aseita. Me tarvitsee enemmän aseita. Simon Ekpa on Suomen kansalainen ja hän on toiminut Lahdessa.
So the video is not showing. One moment.
Ekpa on alun perin kotoisin Nigeriasta, missä hän vaikuttaa maan kaakkoisosassa sijaitsevan Biafran itsenäistymisen puolesta. Biafra on koko tämä kartalla väritetty ala kokonaisuudessaan, ja Simon Ekpan ilmeisesti johtamat joukot toimivat täällä 5 osavaltion alueella, jotka on merkitty karttaan keltaisella. Ekpa sanoo, että hän johtaa myös aseellista toimintaa. Separatisteja on syytetty väkivallasta myös siviilejä vastaan. Tärkein vastarinnan keino ovat Ekpan separatistien nimissä julistamat ulkonaliikkumiskiellot, eli asukkaat komennetaan pysymään kotonaan. Afrikan kirjeenvaihtajamme kävi Nigeriassa katsomassa, miten käskyjä noudatetaan.
Täältä elokuussa näyttää maanantai-aamuna, kun pitäisi olla vilkkain viikon alku menossa. Joitakuita ihmisiä on liikkeellä, mutta kaupat ovat suljettu.
Sorry, it is coming to the...
Suurin osa ihmisistä täällä noudattaa Suomen lahdesta annettua kehotusta tai määräystä pysyä kotona.
Tuolla Enugun kaupungissa ihmiset pelkäävät.
There we go.
No, totta kai me tarvii aseita. Se on aseita. Me tarvii enemmän aseita.
Simon Ekpa on Suomen kansalainen ja hän on toiminut Lahdessa paikallispolitiikassa kokoomuksen jäsenenä. Ekpa on alun perin kotoisin Nigeriasta, missä hän vaikuttaa maan kaakkoisosassa sijaitsevan Biafran itsenäistymisen puolesta. Biafra on koko tämä kartalla väritetty ala kokonaisuudessaan, ja Simon Ekpan ilmeisesti johtamat joukot toimivat täällä 5 osavaltion alueella, jotka on merkitty karttaan keltaisella. Ekpa sanoo, että hän johtaa myös aseellista toimintaa. Separatisteja on syytetty väkivallasta myös siviilejä vastaan. Tärkein vastarinnan keino ovat Ekpan separatistien nimissä julistamat ulkonaliikkumiskiellot, eli asukkaat komennetaan pysymään kotonaan. Afrikan kirjeenvaihtajamme kävi Nigeriassa katsomassa, miten käskyjä noudatetaan.
Täältä elokuussa näyttää maanantai-aamuna.
This is Finland, right in Biafra land. This is Finland in Biafra land.
Pankit ovat suljettuja ja suurin osa ihmisistä täällä noudattaa Suomen lahdesta annettua kehotusta tai määräystä pysyä kotona.
This is Finland in Biafra, live and direct.
Kapinallisliike yrittää estää vaalit ainakin Kaakkois-Nigeriassa. Sinne separatistiryyhmä haluaa itsenäisen valtion Biafran ja kaikki keinot ovat sallittuja.
Pidätkö väkivaltaa Nigerian hallintoa vastaan oikeutettu?
Joo, totta kai. Se on puolustus. Se on itsepuolustus. Joo, tällä hetkellä minä muistin johtaa niitä aseellisia ryhmiä. Meillä oli pakko järjestää tämmöistä puolustusjoukkuetta. Ja se puolustusjoukko on tehnyt hyvää tuo ja edelleen tekee.
Miksi puolustusjoukot tällä hetkellä eniten tarvitsisi Biafran alueella?
No, totta kai me tarvii aseita. Se on aseita. Me tarvii enemmän aseita.
Simon Ekpa on Suomen kansalainen ja hän on toiminut Lahdessa paikallispolitiikassa kokoomuksen jäsenenä. Ekpa on alun perin kotoisin Nigeriasta, missä hän vaikuttaa maan kaakkoisosassa sijaitsevan Biafran itsenäistymisen puolesta. Biafra on koko tämä kartalla.
Are you seeing the Biafra map? They are showing you the Biafra map.
Ilmeisesti johtamat joukot toimivat täällä 5 osavaltion alueella, jotka on merkitty karttaan keltaisella. Ekpa sanoo, että hän johtaa myös aseellista toimintaa. Separatisteja on syytetty väkivallasta myös siviilejä vastaan. Tärkein vastarinnan keino ovat Ekpan separatistien nimissä julistamat ulkonaliikkumiskiellot, eli asukkaat komennetaan pysymään kotonaan. Afrikan kirjeenvaihtajamme kävi Nigeriassa katsomassa, miten käskyjä noudatetaan.
Täältä elokuussa näyttää maanantai-aamuna, kun pitäisi olla vilkkain viikon alku menossa. Joitakuita ihmisiä on liikkeellä, mutta kaupat ovat suljettuja, koulut ovat suljettuja, pankit ovat suljettuja ja suurin osa ihmisistä täällä noudattaa Suomen lahdesta annettua kehotusta tai määräystä pysyä kotona.
They have confirmed the sit at home. It is a vote of no confidence on Nigeria state. Our sit at home order is a vote of no confidence against Nigeria state. It means that Nigeria no longer have power to control Biafra territory, and we are doing it and we are succeeding. So some people may say they're afraid. It is normal. Everybody have their political opinion and all that, especially those who love Biafra but they want to support P2B. They can say all those things. But the fact is that for the past 1.5 years, Biafrans have voted this referendum on its own. That's why I tell Biafrans, stick to this order, because you don't know what this sit-at-home order is bringing. And that's why Nigeria government has fought their tooth and nail to make sure they destabilize this sit-at-home order. They don't know what, people don't know what we know. That's why we insisted. We need to prove to the world that you no longer validate Nigeria. The same way you are not going to participate in the election is the same way you have been sitting at home against all threat from the Nigeria state. They are the one threatening you, not us. They say if you do not come out, they are going to sack you for the civil servant. They say if you do not come out, you are not going to receive your salary. That's a threat. But yet, even as that, you did not come out. You obey Biafra people because you want freedom from Nigeria. So anybody that is telling you that you are forcing people, tell them it is a lie. It is a complete demonstration of vote of no confidence against the Nigeria state. And I'm just getting information that the news channel that interviewed me don't want to air my interview. It's laughable, it's laughable, but it is fine. They want to air my interview. I'm waiting for them, I'm waiting for any day, anytime. Come and ask me a question. Ask me the most difficult question that you think is the most difficult one. I will respond to you. So how can you interview somebody and then there's, at the end of the day, they are not going to publish the interview? Does it make sense? Media in Nigeria, they are corrupt. Media in Nigeria are corrupt. Very, very corrupt media. And it is just me. When they came, I told them, after this interview, you will not publish it. They say, why? I said, because I know they will not allow you to publish this interview. And it has happened. So I hope that at the end of the day, something happened. But they will not. They will not. They will not. Because we say it the way it is, raw. So I want to open the telephone line and we're going to receive call from Biafrans. Remember that if you are calling, we are now in international woto for the freedom of Biafra people. So when you are calling, you speak English, you speak your mind, and let every observant or every observers that are on my page now watching, or in a different page watching, or that will watch later, to know how you feel when you begin to see the green light of freedom. Nigeria, we can never validate Nigeria again. I've been able to prove to you today that those causing this insecurity in the Southeast are Nigeria state. You saw the video, saw the evidence, and there is nothing else that is more than evidence that you see with your own eyes. And also, in addition to that, this is still the same people here, the same special force. These have been the people going around killing our people everywhere. All right, people are already calling. You're welcome to the program.
Hello, Mazi Simon.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Simon, good evening. I'm Christopher calling from Turkey.
Christopher calling from Turkey?
Yes.
All right, you're welcome.
We have been watching your program and, we see the good work you've been doing. And like you said about Arise TV, the interview you granted today, which will not be published. We know Nigeria corrupt.
Yes.
We know their ethics.
Yes.
And as a Biafran, I am really happy that you said it straight to them that they will not publish it.
Of course.
And you can see, they prove you right.
I said it.
They have actually proved you right. And this is happening before the world.
Yes.
And since you're online broadcasting today, the world can see how it is being done in Nigeria.
Yes.
This being said, about Ikenga, the guy whose house was demolished and everything in Imo State, have fought in a state become the #1 citizen of the state. What do you expect?
And you still want to go into such a democratic process, right?
We will not validate that anymore.
That is
As
it.
a Biafra,
that is it.
We will not validate that. I have called my people back home. I keep telling them every day, buy whatever you need to buy. Stock your food. This 25th February election coming up, never come outside.
Yes.
Stay inside. We will not validate Nigerian system anymore, and we are going.
We are going.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Because the world is saying what you're doing.
Yes.
Every true Biafran, we are not talking about those Indians now. Every true Biafran is seeing the work you're doing. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our show leader, what he saw in you, and the statement you made that if he needed 1,000 men, you are one man. We are 1,000 men in one man. We are saying it today.
Thank you very much.
Ekpa, we are very happy, and I'm really happy to get in touch with you today.
Thank you. We give glory to God, who is opening, who is breaking every door with hammer.
With hammer. This broadcast today from Finland, which was televised, because I've just watched it from my phone now.
Okay.
This is the like using the hammer to hit the nail on the head.
The whole world is watching. You must
Nigeria
stop.
will never escape this.
Never.
In fact, I can see myself in that.
When this one is cooling down, we'll do another one.
And my wife is saying hello. My wife is saying hello to you from here.
Hello, my greetings to her.
Hello, I'm Turkish. We are waiting good news from you to visit Nigeria with my
To visit Biafra.
Biafra.
Thank you. Take care of my brother, okay?
Okay, Mazi.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Hello. Good evening. Sorry?
Hello?
Hello, go ahead. What is your name?
Yeah. My name is Sydney. I'm calling from Germany.
From Germany, you're welcome to the Biafra Liberation live broadcast.
Thank you very much.
What is your opinion? How do you feel about the development that Biafra issue is being discussed? And of course, you know, in Finland, people do not know much about what is going on. So this is the first time it is going into the mainstream media, and everybody is shocked to even see me as somebody leading a separatist group. You know, those who, you know, they will be thinking that, you know, but you are a politician here, you know, and stuff like that. So now they will begin to research about it. They will begin to think and ask questions, and that's what we are doing now. So we need to educate people, you know, in the highest level to understand what is going on, and then the need for Biafra people to have their freedom this year.
Yes. First of all, I want to thank you for your hard work. And I want to thank the Finland government for at least for hearing our cry.
Yes.
I am so proud of Finland government. They have proven to me or to us that there are still men of conscience in this life. I am so proud of them.
Yes.
I want to tell you that I am from Ekpa. That guy, Ikenga Imo, is from my hometown.
Okay.
From his house to my father's house is not up to 500 meters. So I know exactly what happened. It is Rochas, what is his name? Hope and his dogs.
Yes.
They want to kill everybody. They want to kill everybody. So, in fact, some of our people, we don't sleep in our house. Some of our people, they don't sleep in their houses again. Everybody is scared. feel? So that's why
his time
we
is
are
up.
crying to the world. We are crying that the world come to hear our cry. That we are not going to support this election again. We are not Nigerians. We are not part of Nigerians because this is not how to manage a country. They want to kill everybody. The Fulanis are killing. The police are killing. The military are killing. Their own is just to kill everybody. So it is not possible. We cannot continue like that. Huh? So please, I want to thank you. And especially I want to thank the Finnish government. May God bless them. God will continue to bless them.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Ale Alina Katan, I can see you. You're welcome to the program. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. You are calling from Finland.
Yeah, I'm calling from Finland. This is Kent.
All right.
First of all, I want to absolutely regard you for this job you're doing for us as a country, as a state, Biafra and all that. You know, over the years, as time goes on, we begin to discover what we really, really are. But in order not to go too far, trust me, I really want to really commend you. I really want to appreciate you. It's not easy. I live in Finland, so I know that there are other personal issues for everybody as well, and you still create the time to be able to do this. You know, it's ridiculous. Sometimes I wonder how you incorporate all this in 24 hours of your day, but it's marvelous, and you know, may God keep giving you the strength to do that.
Thank you very much. Wow, you are in Finland.
Yeah, I'm in Finland. You know, I've not been crazily, you know, following up, but I have a friend of mine, a brother of mine, who is always, you know, we always talk about things. You know, we talk about Biafra, and he always brings this. He has a zeal for Biafra, right? He's being drawn into it and all that, as well as I have, but it's always a conversation, right? So I shared that immense knowledge with him and all that. So we just talk about it. So over time, I've always, you know, had ideas, and I've always had topics about what's being talked about, you know. So until yesterday, you know.
Wow, this yesterday.
Yeah, until yesterday, that I've fallen into a couple of your broadcasts. Don't get me wrong. I've been, you know, listening to a couple of broadcasts. But yesterday was and I follow you on Twitter as well. So I see what the posts you make on Twitter and stuff like that. You know. So, but and yeah, of course I know a little bit more about you too. You know, I mean, first of all, another thing is that you're also a lawyer here, and you're not just a lawyer. You are an entrepreneur. Lawyer, right? So,
yes.
Yep. That's very, very nice. It's not easy, right? So you're really representing us as Biafran. I don't want to use the name Nigeria anymore. As Biafran, you know,
wow.
To be able to achieve. We know the obstacles over here in Finland, right? As a whole. So you breaking boundaries, you breaking obstacles, and then on top of that, as a politician right here as well, and then still push it forward. I asked myself with my friend, actually, my friend is Uche, you know, he's now heading one of the groups here.
Okay, yeah, Uche is a good guy. Uche is a good guy. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so we talk about many, you know, many ideas of what he could do as well to, you know, fruitfully make such group to, you know, progress forward. And trust me, there are a lot of faults, you know, but I don't want to dive into that.
We need all of you. We need ideas. Believe me, we need ideas. Yeah. Everybody should come in. This is getting real. You know, when I joined this struggle, I said, if there is nothing on the table, I'm going to bring something to the table.
Yeah, and you're bringing immense beauty, and you know, and this is, it's so funny because as individuals, and then I'm going to bring in now as Nigerians, it's so funny because you hardly find or you hardly see in Nigeria that happens to think in this manner of way that you think, right? And I do say sometimes when I meet Nigerians of being a different thinker, right? You think beyond something, right? And when I hear you speak, I like the way you I like your thought process. It's beyond what somebody can just imagine, right?
Wow, this
I
is
like
too
that
much.
fact, Yeah, no, I really do like that fact, And yesterday in your broadcast, amongst all the videos you played, there was something that really, really caught me, and that was when you played one of the videos of the pastors that was preaching and all that. And then at the end of it, of the certain parts you were playing of it, you were like, no, there is no God that is coming down. No God is going to come down to come help us to a nation that is killing its people, to a nation that is killing kids, to a nation that is killing women and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, there is actually somebody that thinks like this, because I am done with the fact that we as humans just think like any little thing we're going to call God. God is going to come change this. God is going to, what the hell is God going to come down to come change this? Like, what the hell is prayer going to come change when you've been given this earth to dominate? Right? When you've been given this earth to actually work on, right? So I don't understand this thinking, this public of thinking that you close your eyes and open it and things begin to just change and disappear into Dubai.
It's ridiculous.
And disappear into some marble floors. Then all of a sudden you're walking into the biggest airport in Nigeria, changed into park with glasses, like you are insane. The craziest thing amongst this whole agitation is we never thought, okay, how far is this going? My question has always been, I do not doubt, and of course that's why is always able to come across with me. We discuss about different ideas, right? Because I do not doubt the fact that, I feel like when there is an agitation, right? So you cannot say, I don't think like it's sensible for somebody to say Biafra would not come on top of the work being put on it, right? So, but it's sensible to say that Biafra will not come if there was no work put on it, right? So there is work put on it. So it's insane for you, right? So it all it has to do is to take time. But nevertheless, amongst all this beautiful work that has been going down on the ground, and I was telling this to my friend yesterday, it's funny because we Nigerians, we are very, very stupid. We are very stupid. And our stupidity is the fact that we think slack with so much effrontery, we can slap our stupidity just on anything and anybody. And I wonder this because when I saw the fabricated, actually, we just sent the Twitter that was actually circulating around, that was what was circulating on Twitter about Panama, delegating for you to be, well, not delegating, but actually push out there for you to be brought summoned for in the next 24 hours, right? This thing that I was like, oh my goodness, this is fabricated. I'm Nigerian. Fabricated, like you get it, the finish stamp and print to just go so far, right? Yeah. And now they have actually just used their hands, and wait a minute before I get to the part that I'm going to. A few days ago, you summoned the Finnish consulate in Nigeria about Simon Ekpa, a rising separatist that is causing so much of the country of Nigeria, and it's going to be a negative effect to the coming election. And then right after that,
They were not, they were not satisfied with that, so they had to now go into their job.
And then you have the effort to throw your stupidity into news and into Twitter. Like, so my question is, how far, you're a lawyer, I'm so happy with the fact that, I was so surprised that in Talenti, only Nicole Tata, sorry, helping the sound of my was also took this up, and this thing now is coming to the news. So I think like they've used their head us as Biafra and expose the good work that is
of course, of course,
right?
and more of the report will be coming, because the issue at hand is not issue of a single report. It's not something that you cover in one article. It's not something you cover in one report. So it's going to be a continuous thing, and they're going to be following up. And let me tell you, Biafra will stop Nigeria in these two.
It has to.
Yes.
The important question that I have is there, what are the implications over these circulated? I mean, of course, it's a bit,
This is a crime. It's a crime, but
it's an international crime.
It's an international crime. So now the issue is because the sources of it is not known. Okay, but there are news media like this Sahara Reporter that have reported it. I want to, if the Finland government, want to take action, of course, this is too cheap. It's not, it doesn't worth it. But that's why, the reason. All the Nigerians, all those 1 Nigerians here who were sharing it secretly into their friends on WhatsApp, because they were sharing it. Of course, there are those who don't like with their. So I came. So
with the size of the paper, it's
yes. No. You see, they don't care whether just write against me. They will share it. That's it. They just want to see something that is against. When they were sharing it, somebody called me that somebody in Finland and forwarded it to different forums. So I came to my Twitter to be proud and post that thing on their platform. They know, but they just want to carry out the propaganda. You understand?
Yeah.
That is how evil they are. So I said, if you know that you are in Nigeria and in Finland, come and post it, so you could have taken action personally. But they know they cannot do it. So what they do is to share it in their secret WhatsApp. Thank you very much, my brother, for calling, and nice to speak with you. Please stick to freedom. There is nothing bigger and better than freedom. Not a presidential ambition of P2B will be equal to your. Let us make sure that it is not going to be easy, but let us fight together till the end. Now. And the green light, we are seeing it. We are seeing the end of the tunnel, and there is light there. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, God bless your soul and keep the good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I see this, my brother from Finland, and he took all the time. Apologize for that. It is not easy, All right. You're welcome to the program. Hello.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank God for picking my call.
You're welcome.
Long I've been yeah. Good night from here.
Good night.
So please, my brother, I'm very, 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 very happy.
Yeah, well.
Okay. In short, I'm very, very, I'm blessed today that you.
We not select. We don't select who we pick call. The call always comes and comes and comes.
Honestly, I'm the most happiest person on earth today. I will not say my name because.
Go ahead. Just go ahead. Don't need to say
I'm from India.
Okay.
You see, I was among those that they shot at the National High School about Adia State.
I ran away. Nigerian soldiers and Nigerian army, they came there and they shot at us where we were praying. As when the IPOB members are praying God or because of Trump winning the election. You see, I have nothing to say. It's just that please to join me and sing this very praise unto God, because without God, we are doing nothing.
Yes.
I know the white men will not understand this language, but this is a Biafran language.
They know at least that you are happy. They know that you are happy. That's the most important one.
I'm very, very much happy for those countries that are so, and the love of God will never depart from them, and no evil formed against them shall prosper. No, all these people that are used to come to a people's country to destroy this people's country shall not see them in the mighty name of God.
Amen.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Anyị kwa hisha bokpo. Ha recover wedula ogige. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Keep on keeping.
Alina Katan, yeah. Finnish people, we don't like jihadists. That is true. We don't want to see jihad. Paul, see jihad at all. We don't like them. You're welcome to the program. Good evening. You're welcome to the program.
Yeah. Thank God for you. Thank God for everything. Just 1 minute.
Okay. Oh, that will be chorus then. Oh.
I know go.
You will cool supporter. Mistress there.
Biafra is for me. Biafra is for me. I know go be. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Get curious there. You're welcome to the program. Hello. Hello. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Yes.
Hello, can you listen to your phone?
Yes. See me on my.
Good evening.
Yeah, you hearing me?
Chifono.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate everything you are doing. You know, I listen, but I don't do it. But today, I just decided to call. Yesterday, I try, but I'm glad that today you have picked up my call.
You're welcome.
Thank you, my brother. We are behind you. My wife and my children were praying for you. And as I'm talking to you, we are ready to march to Biafra land.
Yes.
God will continue to lead you. The spirit of land is with you.
So,
you are Onyendu, who is the greatest?
Onyendu remain. Onyendu remain. I remain the disciple of Onyendu. So
I said, Mr. Samuel, we always the disciple of. I want to say thank you so much. Forget about all evil. That evil will come back to them. Yeah, I'm fighting with them every time. Even about that post.
There's still a fight.
What?
Are they still fighting?
No, I'm fighting with many people.
I mean, are people still fighting?
Yes.
Ofobo Hanaya.
Don't worry. Don't worry. It will make them boom. You know, but tell you that people now, I'm still alive and I'm still following. I'm still IPOB member and I'm still in the next board. Thank you, and let God will continue to lead you until we get finally.
Amen. Thank you. Remember that we'll have there is fundraising tomorrow. Very important. All right. Give me. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Martin. Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
I am doing very fine, and you?
I'm blessed. It's
Reverend
Nana calling from East London, South Africa.
From where?
From South Africa, East London.
Okay, you know when you say East London, yeah, it will be those who don't.
That was what you said. That place. That I said East London.
Okay, you remember?
It's me.
Okay.
We are firing off from South Africa.
Yes, good.
From SD1.
Good. Woto.
And the woto, boom.
Yeah, international woto, boom. Now.
Woto, boom. Promise.
All right.
It is indeed a great thing and it is happening in our time.
Yeah.
Just want to appreciate you and appreciate what God is doing in your life and doing through you. I don't know where we would have been if that you didn't come into the struggle. I was battling with some people about 3 hours ago at my house where I was fixing my car. And the whole people surrounding me was like, wait, let Biafra go to hell. I would always say, this Biafra is not like this. I want Biafra. I didn't agree. I would want you to be, let's do a bit of the council. And let's do this and that. I think you should, my friend, right. Can't you understand that Fulani Fulanize all of you?
Yes.
And jihadize all of you. I didn't even see the handwriting on the wall. The same thing you go during Goodluck Jonathan. The same thing we did 12 years and 15 years ago. 20 years ago, it's still happening. You want to do Biafra is coming. It's our doorstep. I said, yeah, so hell with you. I fought with people this afternoon over 3 hours. I can argument. And you know what? On my platform, on the Facebook, my brothers attacked me from the village. My co-pastors attacked me. In Pretoria, they were attacking me. They said, bring that's the thing. You're Finland and he's enjoying there. Bring that flag that thing down. I was fighting. They said, hey, your family at home. Don't you forget you have family at home. I said, I don't give a care. I don't give a damn.
And you know, what one strange is that they will tell you you are in your comfort zone, giving orders to us. But I'm in a comfort zone. How can somebody don't want to also go to a comfort zone and stay?
I don't
Join here, and somebody is saying, I am in my comfort zone and fighting for him. Ask him, why is he not in comfort zone? Why is his zone not in comfort?
I don't know. They're here enjoying the freedom. Mandela died for it, fought and died for it. How many years in prison? You people are here validating Nigeria. Our man is in the prison, languishing in the torture, and you people are here shouting obedience. Obey fools, obey idiots.
No, Biafra have spoken, and they are going to speak. They are going to never before in the coming days. Just watch us. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We will abakaleke them into Biafra.
I already Abakaliki. No, Abakaliki. You know that is different. You know that is different between. You know that is different between Abakaliki and the Abakaliki. You know. So.
Okay.
So the Abakaliki. Okay. Then Abakaliki is with insult. You know, so if you want to, so we are not going to Abakaliki them, but Abakaliki them into Biafra.
Okay. We will butcher them,
carry Abakaliki them into Biafra. So they must enter Biafra. By force.
By fire, by thunder.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
The Lord preserve you. The Lord hold you, uphold you, and preserve you.
Amen.
The day Biafra will come.
Amen. Thank you. Amen. All right. You're welcome to the program. What is disturbing this? Welcome to the program. Hello. There we are. Good evening.
This is Maze Fight.
Okay. From Biafra land. All right, go ahead. Go ahead with your comment. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Breeze of freedom.
Everywhere you drive, it's like you know, Christmas time here in the 042. But they will feel it soon. You know, it's still coming from Lagos and other parts.
Mm. So what is the
Yeah, the atmosphere is that everybody is just standing. Our people, they are fear don't hold all of them. But when they come out to talk like nothing there, I don't see these people. Like you know, they try when no one here will follow the cop. You know? Yeah. So the only thing I'm here to say is, and we are all proud of you. And even if, let's say, that it didn't move to do your work, we are already on ground. You know. So imagine the people that you born. You have born so many people. You know. So,
because when we stick on this sit at home, they say some people that doesn't have brain, they say, what has it done? Have they released Mazen and the can? Able to prove to the world. The world they want to come to see whether this is true, and they came to Biafra land and they saw it. It is happening now. Is this true?
The time will come when there will be. It's already time. It's already time.
So making history. It is.
They don't move around now.
Do you know the history we are making for the past 1.5 years? Biafrans are sitting at home in protest. It's a huge history. Okay?
Yes.
And people don't know. People they are going to see what they sit at home. Program them that condition them that they don't think future. They think now. Why where we are in Finland, we think in Nigeria you plan today. Tomorrow you look for something else. And that is the problem we are bringing them out from. Thank you very much.
Of course. And they have seen everything now. I thank God that we have maintained that stand. All right, Miles.
All right. Hello. Hello, Chief.
Dragon of our time.
Ndewo.
Dragon of our time.
Ndewo. Imesogo the okpu ishi haba. Kaya akọrọ ha ishi haba okpu. Isi nkịta. I got resign.
We were back We have a back
Yes.
We're asking them first to Finland, to EU, to UN, to happen. Now, have they forged that letter? Finland, nothing happened. At least I go for 8 hours now.
No, ịma afọ ọchịcha ha si ka ha magodo ma Simon ga-atụ egwu. Ịma ndị ji na-eme broadcast na. Ọhịa ha na-arụ na. M ji wee gbaa ha ọtọ. They're not online. Hello, are you there? Got to go now. Hello? There we go. You know what? Or the key saw one, or was it the phone? Hello? Hello? Okay, now. Program. Oh, they might give up one. There we go.
Hello?
I think I have an issue with. Good evening from here.
I'm here. Okay, I'm so happy to get you today. Hey.
You're welcome.
Simon, I need to speak Igbo.
Need to speak. Exemption. Well, go ahead.
Okay. I need to thank you so much for what you have done for
It's about Igbo. It's a nigga Igbo. It's about Igbo.
Okay.
Go ahead. That is it.
I need to thank you for what you have done for us. Way that is hopeless, zoological republic, and I thank God for you. I thank God for us, and I continue to praise God for this election. It will not hold in this Biafra land. They will go back in shame.
Amen.
Like there is a player where Mazin and the Kalu say that every supporting Nigeria or area that Okuya Baggy, all these atrocities committing every day. See our money, we cannot eat. Nigeria is unbearable for us, my brother.
Thank you.
We appreciate you for what you have done, and I thank you so much for their support and all the state of all accompany you. He said, I pray.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Okay, so we are going to end the broadcast here. I want to thank you all for being part of this program today. Tomorrow, again, tomorrow is the fundraising place. It's very important that you are part of this fundraising. Our mission is to get our freedom. Our mission is to save our people, to protect our children, and vulnerable people in Biafra land. And that we are going to do with everything. This is a report how the Nigerian state are killing Biafra people that resulted. We continue to solicit for whoever want to make sure that our Biafra people are saved against the Nigerian state. It went into America to buy Tukuno aircraft. There is a Lehi agreement. Nigeria have breached that Lehi agreement. The aircraft called Tukuno aircraft has been used in Biafra soil twice. For a few days ago, aircraft, and they bombarded a place in Biafra land, and that's against American and right. And that's the reason why Biafra people will never validate Nigeria again, by going into the poll to cast a fraudulent vote. Thank you. May God bless you. May God bless Mazinam Kano. May God bless Sunday Igboho. May God bless Professor Banjo. May God bless Omada. May God bless our media team. May God bless all our alliances. May God bless all the kings, priests, all the reverend fathers, pastors, men of God, all the indies, and also spiritual leaders. Been praying both traditionally and otherwise for the movement to go forward. Thank you all. May God bless Finland. Thank you.
Nigeria basis. Witness the impunity which is so-called Fulani herdsmen, the Bahari and the Fulani elite, which now dominate nations in Nigeria.
To open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale killing of the civilian population, and most notably targeting people of Biafra.
Clear that now we've put the Biafran issue on the radar of the government, of the Biden administration, of Congress.
Ongoing and wide-scale killing of the civilian population, and again, specifically targeting the IPOB.
Used against Biafrans, but affirmatively supporting an effort to have an independence organized and conducted by the United Nations, as we've done in South Sudan.
They formally open an investigation, look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being committed by Fulanis against the indigenous people.
Enough of an experience since 1960 to suggest there simply is not a way. The history of division between the Fulani and the Biafrans to think that we exist under a single sovereign roof.
Well, to speak to Biafrans directly, and I can't face to touch, to hug, to shake your hand for being brave. But you know, I have to say that my motivation simply to talk about it, but almost every day people are murdered in Biafra, you know, whether in the hands of Boko Haram or radical Fulanis and more. How can I be silent? Tell me, how can I are being murdered in Biafra? This is unthinkable. It's for me, it's simple because I treat the Igbos like my brothers, sisters, mothers, and fathers. So I cannot be silent when my family is silent when Biafra is bleeding. That's very, I have to say that yes, we are family. Biafra is suffering. I will speak up. I see that no one is doing that. I see when lives are lost in Africa.
And when we are saying we want to be free, it is not only Biafra that is here. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces. And we, the Biafra, will make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a hidden thing. It is going to happen. Those of you who are planning to have a election in 2023, which is next month, will fail. We will disappoint you and you will disappoint yourself. Job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him. And accordingly, very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension. Awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
The Nigeria Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Tuesday, Lina Filbaninian over Simon Ekpa's latest remarks to obstruct the 2023 general election in southeast Nigeria. The ministry called on the Finnish ambassador to stop Ekpa from inciting violence in Nigeria from Finland with regards to the upcoming general elections. In the statement, which read in part, Dada said, "We have had some time to ensure that we arrest the situation, but it appears the situation is getting out of hand, and we are saying enough is enough. We should let you know, in very strong terms, that it is high time you really back Nigeria with the quest that something is done immediately because it threatens the forthcoming elections." Zubairu Dada further stated that the threat that Simon Ekpa posed toward the upcoming election due to the large number of supporters he commands in Nigeria. This, in essence, is why we thought it was important for us to have the discussion with you so as to let you know our concerns and the displeasure of the government of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria on this very unhealthy development. While alluding to the fears and concern raised by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria against activities of Simon, this is an issue we have been discussing. We share the concerns, we have discussed the matter, and as I mentioned, our law enforcement agencies are in touch and are cooperating. Also, is a double citizen as far as I know of Nigeria and Finland, and is therefore, as you rightly said, protected and safe and sound in his home in Finland. But we have to take his rights into consideration as well. So everything obviously be done according to Finnish legislation, which has very strong protections for freedom of speech.
Assalamu alaikum. What is Nnamdi Kanu still doing in the DSS custody? been given from the court to the government that Nnamdi Kanu should be returned back to Kenya and he should be compensated with a sum of 500 million naira, but he is still in their custody. Why? Why? Has Nigeria gotten to a level that we don't have law, we don't abide by the rules and regulations given to us? If we are to break these rules, oh, what a pity to us. But now, it's for the government to do what is right, but they are not. Instead, discrimination, tribalism, ethnicity has become the order of the day for them, the Southeast and the Northerners. Because we, the Northerners, are the ones being affected. The people ruling us are from the North. I blame them. See, there is no way Southeast, if they think of having their own nation, with the way things are going, with the way our governments are taking things in on serious, let me say it that way. If you're making us look, I never for once loved the Southeast. The only thing I had for them then was hatred, but I came to this is not how it's supposed to be. Then let the government do what is right. If an order has been given, a order, let's abide, let's go by that order. Not bringing in into our mind. Oh, come on. That is not what we are out for. And that is why we will keep fighting till what we are looking for is achieved. Please, this man should be returned back to Kenya because he was this place. If I was being kidnapped, I would not be happy about it too. Let me be realistic and let me be sincere about it. Please, my viewers, share this video. Let it go viral so that all citizens, all masses of this country will see it, because Nigeria is no longer a lawful state or a lawful country any longer. And regulation, let's go by that. Let's abide by it. An order is an order, like I said. And we, the Northerners, we want to be our brother's keeper. We don't want the Southeast to see us as if we are the enemies. We don't want to be their enemy, and we don't want them to be our enemy also. So let the government do what is appropriate